This is Matt for Into Boxing in association with Tocker Social for the KSI Fight Week. We're here with TikTok sensation Richard Sales.
Come on.
We're here down here. How have you gotten at the football challenge? A few of the boys are struggling. I'm not going to lie, I'm winning this comfortably.
I'm the Queens, but I still pulled off a couple of good little points, so I'm happy.
I've got Tommy Mallett's on. It's not an excuse. They're all pumped up.
That's true. So I think, you know what it is? I ain't tied these up, so like every time I kick, I can just feel them falling off. So it is what it is.
Right, look, we're down here for KSI Fight Week. It's a fucking mega event. Sorry for swearing, but let's just call a spade a spade. It's changing boxing, this thing now. What's your opinion on KSI? He's fighting twice in one night. It's unprecedented. We don't get that anymore. We got that from a bygone era. What do you make of KSI? He's doing something for the sport, isn't it?
I've been watching KSI for probably about 10 years, so I think seeing him sort of kind of grow as like a YouTube creator, as obviously an influencer and artist, I like the whole YouTube boxing scene because I feel like it's bringing like a completely different light, especially for us as social media creators as well. But I think the whole 2 fights in one night is exciting. I think he's obviously got a point to prove, and some of the opponents that he chose, the public weren't happy with. So I feel like he's got like an extra point to prove to them, to kind of prove that regardless of who he fights or how many people he fights, he's going to get the dub, and he seems confident, so yeah.
He was supposed to be fighting Alex Wasabi, the man who beat Deji. I spoke to Nissa Sutherland, who's at Wasserman, and he said Wasabi has bottled it fighting it. What's your take on that? Has he bottled it? Did he not want to fight? Or is this a reasonable excuse to not fight?
Like I was obviously ringside at the Deji fight, and I saw Alex Wasabi obviously on the main event, and he looked sharp and he looked great. So I think if that's the case, that he's bottled it, then that's kind of on him. I'm not going to lie, when you watch some of the press conferences and the interviews between him and JJ, he had nothing to say. He barely promoted the fight, and I feel like the minute he sort of kind of come out, he got caught with a B-reel picture back in the gym. And then if you're claiming that you got concussion, how are you back in the gym so quickly? Do you know what I mean? So
you're casting doubt over that whole thing then?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Like, JJ's very intimidating over interviews. I think you could tell that he overpowered the whole conversation. And if that was Jake Paul, for example, he would have got his words in. And I feel like JJ did not give him a minute. You could see that he was quite scared. And I'm not going to lie, if he's bottled it, fair play to him, but at least just come out as a man and admit why you walked away, do you know what I mean? So, yeah.
What this event potentially sets up is an absolute mega fight between Jake Paul and KSI. That's where it's heading. We can look past it. Before we get onto that though, what chance do you give Swarms, who's going into this with no fight experience, against someone like KSI he's experienced the magnitude of these events? Whether anyone rates him as a boxer, he's experienced these events. What chance do you give Swarms?
I think after what we've just seen with AJ and Usyk, it's not really sort of kind of about size, it's about boxing knowledge, and obviously I feel like JJ's going to have that completely over Swarms, which is fine. But at the same time, JJ's not been in the ring for God knows how long. You can't compare sparring to actual main event like nerves and main event like feelings. So I reckon Swarms might catch him with something. Like, Swarms he's not a little geezer.
You fancy the upset?
I don't fancy the upset at all, but I definitely feel like Swarms is definitely going to make JJ give him a little bit of respect after the fight. Yeah. I'm not saying he's going to come in and give a boxing sensation, but at the same time, we've seen worse things. Like watching AJ the other night was hard to watch as a fan as well. But
what do you make of that? He had a bit of an outburst at the end. I mean, I was there at the press conference. He broke down in tears. It seemed like the weight of the world on his shoulders, and he crumbled. What do you make of it?
I think it's about time that he actually showed some real emotion and stopped trying to sort of kind of create this persona that he isn't human. So it was nice to see the emotion. And to be honest, from a boxing fan's perspective, I actually thought that he fought quite well.
He did, he was fine.
I thought he fought very well. The only thing that I would have wanted to see a little bit more is that in that 9th round when he was absolutely beating him up, why when you had the energy in the rounds from 1 to 6, why weren't you doing that then? Do you know what I mean? So
I always say it's easy to say on the outside looking in when you've got someone who's that skillful. Right, talk to me about yourself. I can ask everyone this. You see these events, you want to go? You want to jump in there?
I'm a lover, me. Like I said, don't get me wrong. Like, I feel like anything that I sort of kind of put my mind to, I usually succeed quite well in. Yeah. But I think when it comes to fighting, I've got a bit of a loose temper. So like, I don't know what I'd be like in that sort of ring. I don't know how. Like with Anthony Joshua's outburst, I could be like that in the ring because I don't like losing, and I feel like because it's not my forte, I'm going to stay with TikTok and know where I'm safe on the ground and let everyone else do it. So yeah.
Have you got a message for all your followers? You have got a shed load of followers. Have you got a message for all them who keep supporting you and all the new ones who are jumping on board?
Yeah, I'm just massively grateful. Like, I'm just like a normal guy that started TikTok during lockdown to kind of make myself smile and other people. And
Not done bad, have you? Don't downplay this.
you know what it is? I'm still quite humble. Like, I'm 32. I feel like if I got this following about 10 years ago, my attitude may be a little bit different. But because I've sort of kind of gone through like the hard reality of life to then be gifted with what I have now, it just makes me more grateful that I can still do it every day. So I'm just grateful to have that platform and continue to do what I'm doing. So yeah.
Richard, look, appreciate your time. Hopefully we'll see you further in this week. It's mega, and we'll catch up again. Appreciate it.